Here's the first principle of good business writing. Make everything you write strategic. But what does that mean? It means that everything you write should be written to accomplish a goal. And in fact, it should accomplish your long-range goals as well as your immediate ones. I'll show you a system that shows you what to say and how to say it in virtually every writing situation, whether you're writing an email, a business letter, a blog post, a proposal, a report, even a profile, or a tweet. It makes writing easier and a lot more fun. The first 3 steps are the most important. Define the goal, analyze the audience, and then figure out how to bridge between that goal and that specific audience. The system works because basically everything you write is an ask, whether you're asking for a telephone time or for someone to give you information or to give you a major project. You're asking for something, so it's either a psychological interaction or negotiation, whichever way you want to look at it. So to get what you want, you must ask the other person in terms that they relate to and that they will understand and accept. This isn't really manipulative. It's actually showing respect because it's telling the other person that you bothered to look at his point of view. Communicators have a term for this called with him. What's in it for me? Always remind yourself to think with him because this will remind you always to take the other person's viewpoint into account. Ask, why should this person care or agree or give me what I want in this particular situation? Now let's look more closely at step 1, how to define your goal. Figure out specifically what you want the reader to do after he or she reads your message and write that down. You'll be surprised at what a difference this makes. It forces you to clarify what you want and helps you know what to include in your message and what to safely leave out. So before you write, every time, fill in this blank. When X reads this message, I want him or her to. And always, you want to come across as reliable, professional, creative, resourceful, competent, authoritative, and above all, respectful. In this way, over time, even your everyday messages contribute to building a positive image for you and better relationships with everyone you write to and deal with. This is why it's important to put your best foot forward and write every message well. Think about your audience. Consider your reader and what will affect how she or he reacts to your message. This can mean thinking about age, gender, education, position, interests, management and decision-making styles, knowledge of the subject, and a lot more. Personal values and goals count too. If you want a supervisor to buy you a new computer, for example, you could focus your message on price, efficiency, or advanced technological capabilities according to what that person values. Age can be an especially important factor. Don't fall into the generation gap. This happens when we forget that Boomers, Gen X, and Gen Y groups are differently motivated and have different ideas about authority, leadership, rewards, communication, and much more. So if you're young and report to a baby boomer, show that person the courtesy and respect he'll value. Take care with how you write to him. Brash and careless won't work. Now decide what content will achieve your goal with this audience. The best way to do this is to brainstorm. Take some time to explore some more how to accomplish your goal in direct relation to this reader. Ask yourself, what will bring me the response I want? Which information, ideas, statistics, examples, anecdotes, arguments, and if it's a major document, what visuals will support my case? To see how this all comes together, let's plan a challenging message using this system. Say you're an independent contractor and you've been doing good work for a client for 5 years, and now you decide it's time to raise your price. So you first have to define your goal more closely, which is not only to raise your price, get more money for your time, but not to damage the relationship, and if anything, you'd like to improve the relationship. So what should you take account of in thinking about your best arguments? You know a lot about the person, you've been working for them a long time, so you know their values and their predilections, what they like to hear. So that's the basis of your argument. But look beyond that. There's a bigger picture even than that, because remember, this is not just all about you. For the example we're looking at, it could be important to know, has the company raised its own fees recently? Is it successful? Can you take any part of the credit for that? Might this client expect more service for more money? And if so, can you add something? Or might you suggest an additional way to use your work so it's more cost effective for them? When you brainstorm your content within this framework of goal and message, you'll come up with the right content for your message every time. And the right substance is really what good business writing is all about. Use this step-by-step planning process to create each message, and you become a strategic business writer, and a much more successful one.